Hi, it's me, Teresa, and I'm back with another little crochet tip. I got a request for a magic circle, and hopefully I can make this easy enough for you guys. So I am making a little Cookie Monster game. These little eyes are funky. This is done by Beyond the Lens Crochet here on YouTube, and she's a wonderful teacher. She's quiet and she's calm and just relaxing to watch. Anyway, this game has little cookies inside of it, and on each side of the cookie there are two different colored dots. Okay, and it's a matching game. It's a matching game. And so far I have 6 of these done. I do have all the middles done that I'm doing. I made 18 middles, but I don't think that they're gonna fit in this. So we'll see as I go. Anyway, so we're going to start with a magic circle. I'm starting on the back side of the cookie so that I can teach you how to do this magic circle. But like I said, if you wanna do this, Cookie Monster game, matching game, then go to Beyond the Lens. She is wonderful to watch, and she is just calm and easy to learn from. So let me see if I can turn my camera around so that you can see my hands. I cannot. Okay, let's see if I can move this to there. Okay. When I do a magic ring, I like to come from the back, bring my yarn around, bring it around the back side of where the loose end is underneath, and then I bring it around the front, and I usually just wrap it around my little finger because it's easier for me that way. And then you bring your hook underneath the front loop, draw in underneath, your back loop. This is hard for me to do slow. And then give it a little twist, and then grab your yarn that you're holding with your pinky or any other finger and draw it through your loop. And then I tighten it down a little bit. Okay, easy. And for this one, I am going to do 2 chains because I'm doing double crochets. Now when I get done with that, I just let go and grab the circle. I go ahead and get my yarn ready the way I hold my yarn, and then since I'm doing double crochets in this magic circle, I'm going to go yarn over, or actually I yarn under. I think it's easier. A lot of people say that it makes the project look bad, but I don't think it makes a difference. So anyway, yarn under the circle, draw it under, and then do your double crochet. And I need to do 12 of these. So yarn under, go under the circle, grab your yarn, and then you have, it's hard for me to do this slow, you guys, I'm sorry. I hope you can see this because I can't see what I'm doing in the camera. Yarn under the circle, grab your yarn, draw it under, and then do your double crochet on top. So we don't count the first one, we don't count the chains. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just gonna go, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whoopsie, I went too far. Well, fudge. Okay. 8, and I lost my yarn. There's 9, 10, 11, 11, and 12. Okay, and now from there, you're going to take your loose end. It doesn't matter whether it's on the outside or the inside. I find that when it's on the inside, it kind of gives it a knot in the center. So pull as tight as you can. Sometimes when you're doing these, you don't want to pull them tight until you start your second row, but this one you definitely want to pull tight now. And it's going to pull double tight. It's going to pull tight, but you're still going to have that little hole there. So pull further. There you go. And then to connect them, this isn't going to be done in a round, so I'm not going to start here and go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two. Oops. The very first stitch there, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 2. And because the second row is increases, I'm going to use this as my first stitch, and I'm going to go into that same hole right here, and that's going to be my second stitch, my increase. So just do that all the way around. You're going to have 24 when you're done. Whoops, go into the next, and then the same one. Then go into the next one, and then the same one again. When you do 2 stitches in one hole, that's called an increase. I hope this is in the camera. So I'm going to finish this. I'm going to pull my yarn. Since I've been crocheting, I've been lying to my husband. Like right now it's 5:30 and I should be making dinner, but I tell him, oh, let me complete this round, or let me complete this little project. I don't have very much left to do. And then 2 hours later, he's like, I thought you were gonna make dinner. Yeah, I am. I'm almost done. So crocheting has made me lie to my husband. I've turned into a liar. Oh, I didn't get enough yarn out. That's the one thing I don't agree with. A lot of women will lie to their husband about bills or whatever, and I don't agree with that. It's you should always be honest, truthful with your husband. I could just have old-fashioned values. Okay, and that is the 12th double crochet, and that will give us 24. If you want to count them, you can. And then what I'm going to do, like I said, it's not going in the round, so I'm going to go into the first, whoopsie, that's the second one because this one is the first one this time, and slip stitch. Now this brings my project together, and I'm going to need some extra yarn because at the end of it, I have to sew it together. So, whoop, dropping things. All right. And I'm going to leave this hook because I single crochet, or I slip stitch around the entire cookie. Okay, I'm going to do another one to show you how to do a single crochet around a hook, around in the round. So again, I wrap it, bring it over the loose end, bring it around and hold it with my finger. Now you can do this, you can hold it like this the whole time you're doing your magic circle. And go under, grab your thread, drag it under, give it a little twist. Did you see how I did that? Let's try that again. Go under, grab your thread, bring it under, and give it a little twist. That ensures that it's going to stay there. It's not going to loosen up on you. And then grab your yarn that you're holding with your pinky or whatever finger you want to hold it with and draw it through. So that never counts as your first stitch. And now, like I said, I just drop that, get my yarn ready to hold, and then I hold the circle. I just hold the circle. So we're going to do single crochets in this, and we're going to do the round in this one so you know how to do a round. All right, so go under. You're going to go under the circle, grab your yarn, draw it through, and then you have your first single crochet. Most patterns call for 6 single crochet in a magic ring or a magic circle. So there's 2, whoops. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 8 in this one. 7 and 8. And then drop your yarn, grab your extra, and pull it, this one, pull it as tight as you can. And some people just crochet this tail in. I like to leave it there just in case I need to pull on it again later, in case it loosens up on me. See, my circle isn't very tight right here. And because we're doing a round, we're going to go into the very next stitch, which is this one, the very first, the V. And sometimes that's a little tight, so you have to force it. And we're gonna always do increases. Not always. Sometimes there's a single crochet increase, sometimes there's 2 single crochet increases. It just depends on the pattern, what shape you're trying to get. More than likely, with the increase all the way around, you're gonna end up with a circle or a head or a half circle, or just, it depends on the project. So there's 1 and 2. And most of the time when you're working in the round, let me grab something here. You want to have a, excuse me, a stitch marker. And I just did 2 stitches, so 1 and 2. And you're going to put that in your first stitch. That marks your first stitch of every round. Excuse me. And we're going to do another a single crochet twice in the same stitch. I don't know if I moved away from the camera. I'm sorry if I did. And you work all the way around, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. My hands have been funky lately, so I haven't been doing a whole lot. I was working on this project now for a few days, and normally I'll have a project like this done in a day. Okay. Now see what I mean, how it loosens up your little circle, so you can just take your loose thread and just pull it, and it tightens it back up. There we go. Got it nice and tight. And then, like I said, when you're usually with a single crochet, you're usually working in the round. And your next round in the pattern will probably be a single crochet and then an increase. So we'll put our single crochet in here. Replace our stitch marker, maybe. You can use just about anything for stitch markers. You can use a piece of yarn, you can use a safety pin like I do, you can use bobby pins, you can use actual stitch markers that are made for this, or paper clips. You can pretty much use anything, bread ties, gosh, anything that you can stick in there, anything that you can stick in there to mark your place and hold it, you can use. Okay, so that was a single crochet, and then we're going to do an increase, and then a single crochet, and then an increase, and then a single crochet, and an increase, and that pattern repeats itself all the way around. What did I just do? That was a single. Increase. And a single. Okay, so we're going to just turn this into a little circle or a ball. So I'm going to single crochet around. I'm sitting in an awkward position for crocheting. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing, so hopefully I don't have to trash this video. I made a video yesterday and my hands weren't even on the camera, under the camera. So hopefully I don't have to trash this one too. And see how when you single crochet around, it starts your curve. My yarn's getting tight again. There we go. Alrighty. Now this is the inside of your project where your tail is, where your extra little yarn is. And I'm going to do one more single crochet around. Usually, it depends on how many rounds you do. Like I did the circle, the increase, the single crochet increase, and then I did a, because I did 2 rounds here, I'm going to do 2 rounds of single crochets around. And it should be a perfect ball, because my next round I'll start decreasing. I love this little game that she did a tutorial on. I watched it the other day. She also has a bunny that's like a sensory toy that I'm going to work on for a couple of my grandkids. I haven't done my own pattern in a minute. I haven't designed my own pattern in a minute. I just haven't been feeling well, so. Okay, so that round is finished. And now we're gonna start, since we left with 1 single crochet and an increase, we're gonna do 1 single crochet and a decrease. You do the same, you mirror the effect on both sides when you're doing a pattern like this. If you want it to be the same on both sides, you have to mirror the effect. So 1 single crochet, and then I'll show you how to do both kinds of decreases. Hopefully you can see. Decrease, you stick it in the first hole, draw through, stick it in the next hole, draw through, and then draw through all 3. That's just a regular decrease. Now an invisible decrease, as soon as I get a little extra yarn here, an invisible decrease, am I in the camera? You're gonna stick it through the front loop and then grab the next front loop and pull through both of those and then pull through like a single crochet. And then don't get confused, because you're gonna see this here and it's gonna look like something you're gonna wanna crochet in, but you don't. That's part of this this stitch here. So you go into the next stitch, single crochet, and then decrease, and then single crochet, and then decrease, single crochet, decrease, that first stitch I showed you is also called single crochet 2 together. Oops, I almost did 2 single crochets. Get this done, because I really do have to start dinner. I starved my husband to death. Okay, I messed a stitch somewhere because I have an extra stitch here. Okay, see how it's starting to turn into a circle? Now our next is going to be decrease around. So I like to do the invisible decrease because it doesn't leave as many holes in your project. Doesn't make it look as sloppy. Of course, that one's a little bit loose. When you do amigurumi, you want to do it kind of tight because it makes it look neater. Now, if you're using a plush yarn, then you don't have to do it tight, but it's still, it draws it up, it makes it look neater. And we were decreasing around, weren't we? And you know what? I think I messed this up. I should have done, whoops. It's getting too small for my fingers. And that's really loose. There. No, we don't have anything crazy going on in the background. That's my husband watching television. That's why I came in here this time. I wanted to go on the front porch, but there's a lot of traffic. Okay, so we had a single crochet left. I think it just didn't pay attention to the stitches. And now, I don't have any stuffing here. Anyway, at this point, you're gonna stuff. You're gonna stuff your project. And then what I like to do is, let me see, cut off enough pull this through. We'll pretend that's stuffing right there. Take out my marker. I really do need some stuffing in this. Let's just use this for now. A little tissue. Maybe. It's not quite as pliable as stuffing. We'll make it work. We're doing it on the fly. Make it work. Okay. Yep, it's not as soft as stuffing. Okay, so here's my to tighten this all down. Use your this, I call it my yarn crochet needle. I go through the very front ones, each one. And then draw tight. And now you have your circle. It's not very perfect because it has tissue stuck in it. There you go. And you know, you could practice doing that and just make like, it's not too far from Christmas. You can make little Christmas ornaments out of it. You can do a loop here. Do a little loop. And then grab some different colored yarns. I only brought this in here with me because I was doing the chocolate chip cookie. Oop. Do little faces. Let's see, I'll put this in here. I like my eyes to stand out. I leave this here because this is how I tighten them up. I mean, how I end with my yarn. But I don't do this the way other people do it. Okay. I'm gonna do one more. Make his little eyes pop. He's a weird. How many did I used 2 or 3 stitches there? I don't remember. I guess we'll find out. We'll make it 3. The good thing about it is I can always scrunch it up if it's too big. Nope, that's good. Okay, and then the third one, and I'm gonna go back over to where this one comes out. This is how I make so my yarn doesn't loosen up. I probably waste a lot of yarn. And then shove it in the hole. Shove the little knot in the hole. There, it's hidden. Okay, well, just a little quickie, but there's 2 eyes. I'm hoping I'm still in the camera. And then for the mouth, this is how I do the mouth. I try to focus it on the outside of the eyes. He might be a little low. Let's take him up a little higher. Okay, there we go. See, straight. Bring it down a little bit more. Okay. Leave my little tail. Wait a minute, I did that wrong, didn't I? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Wow, I'm confused. Okay. And then come back around here and then bring it back up in the middle. And then you catch your smile. Keep this one out of the way though. Okay, catch your smile. I didn't put it down far enough, did I? And I like to go back into that same hole, just secures it. And then go back over here to his head's all smushy. Okay, here we go. Secure his little smile. And shove the knot in that same hole. And it doesn't want to do it because it's tissue in there and not stuffing. But look, a little smiley face ornament. There we go. We'll do something on the fly. How's that? All right. So hopefully that's all in there and I don't have to scrub this video. I thank you for coming on and I thank you for watching, and I definitely appreciate your comments and your likes, and I think when I get a few more subscribers, then I'll start doing whole projects on here. I definitely need to learn how to edit. I don't know how to do that. I might play around with it before I go and post this, but thank you for being here. Have a good day.